I want to give a major shout out to all my moms out there. By the time this episode drops, I know it'll be past Mother's Day. But I just got to give a reminder to all my mothers out there that you are beautiful, you are strong, you are worthy, you are an amazing mom. And I know as parents, as moms, sometimes we just need to hear that. We need to hear those words of affirmations just to know that we're doing a beautiful job raising our children, raising our child, just helping raising others around us. And I just want y'all to know that motherhood is so beautiful, y'all. But let's be honest, okay? It can be draining at the same time because being a mother requires so much energy, so much strength, so much passion, so much sacrifice at that, y'all. And sometimes people don't see behind the smile. They don't see behind the pictures that we post, these happy moments. And they don't always see what's going on behind the scenes and sometimes our day to day lives, and how at the end of the day we could just be so drained. Because I know for me, baby, my son, he's so sweet, he's so loving, he could be so respectable. But baby, when he comes home, sometimes that attitude comes out. I gotta deal with him, almost being a teenager, rolling his eyes, talking under his lip, just giving me little attitudes here and there. And I'm just like, okay, let me just try to get past this. But it can be tough, but it's also such an amazing experience at the same time. But I especially want to acknowledge my single mothers out there. Y'all, these mothers are carrying so much responsibility emotionally, mentally, financially, and spiritually. Sometimes we have to hold everything together while internally we feel like we're breaking down. And with all that said, y'all, the way we continue to show up for our kids or our child, the way we continue loving, sacrificing, protecting, nurturing, praying for them, that shows the strength of a real woman. So sometimes, y'all, we just gotta be real. Motherhood makes you question yourself in ways that nobody prepares you for, okay? We carry pressure silently, the pressure to nurture, the pressure to protect, the pressure to provide emotionally, the pressure to get everything right. And then we get pressured in so many other ways. We're often compared, judged, and measured constantly. And sometimes we compare ourselves to other moms as well and quietly wondering if we're doing enough. But we never know what's real and what's going on behind the scenes. So we have to try to remove that from our mindset because as mothers, we know that sometimes our children may struggle emotionally, sometimes they may drift spiritually, and sometimes life just gets hard. But we want to stay close to our children. We want to connect with them, trying to understand their hearts, their mindsets, their decision making, their emotions, and what they may be silently carrying as well. I just want you guys to realize that there is a spiritual warfare going on out here when it comes to motherhood because the enemy understands the power of a praying mother and what our prayers can do, y'all. So if he attacks our mental, then the enemy can make us question our impact, our prayers, our parenting, and even our purpose. Therefore, we have to remove the doubt and allow positivity to always creep into our mindsets. And we have to remind ourselves that we're doing an excellent job raising our kids the best we can, y'all. So I'm just going to lead you guys with two scriptures. Proverbs 22:6 reads, "Train up a child in the way that he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it." Y'all, in James 5:16 reads, "The prayer of a righteous person is powerful and effective." So, reading that scripture, it helps us to understand that scripture never promised perfection, it promises impact. Seeds take time, prayers take faith, and motherhood requires both. So we can train them, we can guide them, we can love them, we can protect them and pray over them as much as we want. But our kids still have free will. And sometimes the hardest part of motherhood is watching your child make choices that you try to protect them from. But seasons of rebellion do not erase the years of loving and teaching and everything that you poured into them. This is just a reminder to all my beautiful queens out there that a difficult season does not mean that you failed as a mother. A child making their own choices does not erase the love, wisdom, sacrifice, and covering that you gave them. So remember, every mother that's carrying worry, keep on praying. Y'all, we have to have unshakable hope, unshakable faith. And we just got to keep loving our kids and keep trusting God with the seeds that we have planted, because motherhood isn't proven by perfection. Sometimes it's proven by persistence. So remember, y'all, no pressure, just presence. Continue to be great parents, great mothers, and just raise the child the best way that you feel like you can. I'm Chante Rochelle, and I'm the host of the Hidden Revelations podcast. Be sure to subscribe to my page for more content, and I'm looking forward to talking to you all next week. Love you all. Peace.